Welcome to Cross Transformation. It's Mariam here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about life purpose and ego. And life purpose is ego's least favorite because ego's ultimate goal is about projection. So projection is ego's most favorite, and as long as we are in that state of being projection, we won't find ourselves realizing our purpose in life. Life purpose is to understand and to comprehend and to realize that you are in Christ and Christ is in you and Jesus is in his Father. The Gospel of John 14. But because ego is not aligned with that truth, what it does is it holds us in the state of projection. Projection is ego's tactic. Sometimes it projects our childhood traumas onto the reality we are experiencing. Sometimes, or other times, ego is projecting our parents and what they did onto the reality we are experiencing. So we want to create this awareness around what ego is doing, because as long as we are experiencing the state of projection, we are not going to realize our purpose in life. So why is that? Because projection has got confusion, has got neglect and denial integrated into it. So the state of projection means the trauma was internalized to begin with, then I became it, now I'm projecting it. In the state of projection, there is confusion because somehow the ego thought that what I experienced as a child with my parents was my fault. They were clear-minded. I am the one that was in the state of confusion. Truly, that is the narrative that ego created to keep us in the state of projection. So we are creating this image about our primary caregivers, that they were the ones that had clarity and I was the one who was confused. And as long as we are spending time in the state of confusion, we are not going to realize our purpose, because our parents, who happen to be clear-minded, are receiving our purpose in life. Then we keep blaming ourselves and our lives for not receiving our purpose. So we really want to understand we weren't the ones that were confused in the relationship we had with our parents, and that is kind of an attempt to save and rescue that ruptured connection, that you are the confused one and they did well and they had clarity and they were clear-minded, so it was your fault. And as long as we believe there's something wrong with me, guess what? We're not going to receive our purpose, because our purpose is of you are in Christ, Christ is in you. The next thing is the neglect that we experience. And what ego does is creating a narrative about them having been good parents and good primary caregivers. You know what? They did the best they could back in time. They meant well. You know, that is how the ego covers up the neglect we experienced as a child. So we never get to heal this. What we do is we project it. We keep seeing these people outside of us, the reality outside of us, as to be better than who we are. So we kind of feel inferior to other people because we haven't grieved that neglect. We haven't healed that neglect. So we keep reinforcing ourselves or our awareness of this abandoned self, that you know what, they were okay, they were good, The problem was you. You see, so the arrows are pointing at me again. When it was about the confusion, it was my fault. When it was about the neglect, it was my fault. So the whole time I'm experiencing the abandoned self and the victimized self. And guess what? There is no alignment with receiving my purpose in life. And lastly, denial. Let's say you had parents that were dependent on alcohol. So their number one relationship was with alcohol. And as a child, that was hard for you to comprehend. So what happened is the ego began denying what they did. Again, the ego created this positive image about them, leaving you in denial about who you are. So that narrative can lead to other narratives, such as denying the abandoned self, the neglected self, and we don't happen to grieve that neglected self, the abandoned self, because we think by denying ourselves, eventually we will heal that relationship with our parents, because denial equals acceptance or closeness in the unconscious mind. So you see, guys, we really want to become clear about what is sitting in the unconscious and use our ego to read the script in the unconscious so we can find ourselves healed and whole in Christ, in Jesus. So if we want to receive our purpose in life, we need to be clear-minded. We need to love this beautiful self that we are, and we need to experience the reality as it is. So to receive our purpose in life, we need to come out of projection, confusion, neglect, denial, and to let go of victimhood mentality. And as we do this, we find our awareness centered in Christ, and we realize that Christ is in us. Bless your soul. Hopefully you'll find this video helpful. I want to thank you for supporting the channel, subscribing to the channel. Bless your soul. Be at peace. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day, and God bless you.